I see
There
you.
should be a
Puff.
button that says view.
Yeah, it should be
gallery
view
view.
button in the top right corner of the screen.
Top right, I have leave.
That's what I have as well.
Don't do that. We might as well just start, eh?
Yeah,
Have we already started?
sure.
All right. Did you play the opening?
Yes. 3, 2, 1, go.
This is Shady's podcast, season 5 of the podcast. We're gonna sit and relax and tell you all sorts of stories. We're talking about life and little sports. You know we're gonna play some games, and if nothing else, you know we're gonna have a laugh. 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 This is the podcast. This is the pod.
No, I think you should leave the countdown to the opening in there too, as well.
I did rattle off those numbers pretty well.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the Rubber Boots Pod. We haven't been with you for the last, how long has it been? 3 weeks? A month?
Couple weeks, yeah.
Feels like a long time.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain what happened there, Christoph? Because as we've said numerous times in the history of this pod, and it was proven accurate, if Christoph, anything ever falls apart with Christoph, the pod's dead. And this actually happened.
Yeah, well, what fell apart was my MacBook. I went to turn it on a Monday morning, and it was taking quite a while to turn on. It had the loading screen up for a while. I went, made some coffee, came back, loading screen still on. Basically, what happened was the battery went, so the battery no longer worked. And when the battery's below 5% on your MacBook, the actual computer will still function, but it is ultra slow, making it impossible to do any task. So basically a computer that was unusable, so we had to take a little bit of time to figure out a stopgap before the next laptop comes in. So that's where we are.
We should also tell people that we're doing our podcast on Zoom, if you haven't figured that out by the technology issues that Puff was having off the top that you probably played. We used to do this on Skype. We had a lot of complaints about the quality of mostly Puffy's microphone.
Yes.
And
is it better? Do I sound better?
I think you do sound better. Stop.
You look better as well. Yeah.
No, his pimple is disgusting.
I'm hideous. Don't look at me.
Look away.
You're a monster.
I'm hideous.
He's a 270-pound pimple.
Yeah,
face.
I'm disgusting.
Oh, we lost your audio there, Jimmy. Oh,
Jimmy's taking a call.
Hello?
I'm just doing my podcast.
I guess that's what I'm saying, Brooksy.
Oh, okay. Why the answer?
I don't know, because you call me. Love you, Brooksy. Bye-bye. Sorry, that was Brooksy.
That's content. It's called content.
Were you guys hearing me there, or did the phone mute my microphone?
it muted you for a
Muted it
second.
for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. It's just a little Brooksy and I, a little interchange. She calls
Yeah.
sometimes.
Hold on. Is she in the house?
No, she's out. She's out.
I thought you'd gotten to that point where you don't even physically talk to each other in person. You just do it through the phone.
She will call me. I'll be downstairs on the golf simulator for a few hours, and she will give me the occasional call just to check in on me, see how I'm doing.
Are you on the back nine?
Not my backswing.
She doesn't come around as the cart girl?
No, she doesn't.
That would
I
be
could
pretty
use
good.
that.
You know
I could
what?
use that.
That I'll tell you right now. That would be something that would be absolutely outstanding. A way to add some spice to the marriage. Not that you guys need any more spice, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh, and I don't act like it's her. Like I say, oh, it's a
Yes.
girl. What's your name?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you stick around for a while?
Aren't most cart girls significantly younger than Jimmy?
Yeah, no, that's wrong.
Seems like some
That
awkward
is true.
role playing.
That is true.
And I will say this because I play with them. There are creepy guys. Like a lot of golfers are creepy when it comes to, and so Darian was going to be a cart girl this year at my golf course.
Yep.
And I was playing with these guys and they're like, anybody seen the cart girls this year? And I'm like,
Oh.
Shut up. First of all, don't make any comments about cart girls anyway, because you're middle-aged and you're creepos. And
Yes.
secondly, my daughter is now a cart girl, so don't ever. But then she didn't get to be a cart girl because of COVID. So anyway.
I could see the headlines right now. Beloved Canadian sportscaster beats golfer to death with 3-wood.
It's actually a wedge.
But listen, do any...
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I actually thought that was serious.
Come on, James.
No, I was trying to be serious, Lester, though, because it does bother me. And any
it does
males,
bother you, of course, it should.
any males who watch this who are over, say, 30, don't be creepy with the cart girls. Because I once played with a couple of buddies, and there was a fourth guy who I hadn't played with much before. Mm-hmm. And the cart girl comes along, and as she came along, this guy was kind of stuck behind a tree, 170 yards from the green. And he says to her, hey, looks at her name tag, whatever, Cheryl, if I put this on the green, you're going to give me your number.
Oh.
And, she's trying to be nice. So she goes, sure. And sure enough, he makes this miracle shot and puts it on the green. And I could just see her face just drop, like, oh my God, well, I have to give this guy.
She didn't light up with excitement.
No. Now, this guy wasn't 50 or something. He was probably like 33 or 34, but she was probably 18 or 19. And I just wanted to, do exactly what Lester said, take a 3-wood to him. And so just, leave the poor cart girls alone. Okay, please, guys. It's
Don't
not
be creepy.
It's unbecoming.
But having said that, James, I heard next year's crop at your golf course is looking pretty good.
Stop it!
I have heard a new recruit or two. So just tuck that away for yourself. Something to look forward to 2021.
While we were, Puffy was struggling with the Zoom off the top, it reminded me of one of the greatest moments of this year. Was this poor woman from what was she from? COVID?
From COVID testing. There's not a place called COVID.
Is it like the North Pole where all the COVID people
She was
get
from
together?
COVID. Yep, from COVID. Yeah, she was from COVID.
Okay, so before Puffy and I left for Augusta, or when we got back.
This was when we got back. Yeah.
Because the last time I guess we talked to you guys was before Augusta. Have we not done one since Augusta?
We've done one since
when you guys
Augusta.
got back from Augusta. We did the Masters.
Did we talk about this then?
No, I think we did this that night, and we were like, this would have been a good podcast. Yeah.
Okay, so Puffy and I get back from Augusta. We do our podcast that day on the Monday, I guess. And then the Monday night, we have to, we have a COVID test kit to test it. We're sort of in isolation at home. We have to do a saliva COVID test and send it in. FedEx comes and takes it, right? Am I got this right, Puffy?
Yes.
Do you remember this woman's name?
Tammy.
So Nicole, our fixer, hooks us up with Tammy. We're going to have to do a talk to Tammy because we have to do a Zoom call, and Tammy has to witness your test. So she witnesses us spitting the saliva in, and then she helps us put it in the envelope and make sure it's sealed and delivered.
Yes.
So,
and this process is supposed to take around 15 minutes.
15 minutes. That's what she's booked. She books her calls in 20-minute windows just to have 5 minutes bonus. Yeah. So, how long, first of all, were we on the phone with Tammy?
An
90
hour?
minutes?
No, about an hour and a half. Yeah.
So, first of all, we couldn't get what? We couldn't get the packages open.
We couldn't get the packages open.
Okay, we couldn't get the packages open to get to the saliva. Yeah. Then once we did the saliva test, we needed to print something out, a form. And neither Puffy or I could
figure out how to print on our printers that we own.
Oh my God. But the greatest that we owned, our own printers. Because we had to do like virtual fill it out like on the thing. I can't do that. So this woman, I cannot describe this perfectly on here, but she was on the Zoom call. We can see her. And she went from, okay, no problem, guys, no problem. We'll work this out. Try this, to by an hour in.
Yeah,
she had her head in her hands.
She was legit mad at us.
Like, you idiots!
I can't.
She was like, "You're like two of the dumbest people I've ever encountered."
I can't handle this anymore.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
We broke her.
But Nicole told me that when the rest of the group did it, she had someone else do it. She said, "I can't do these people again." She assumed the rest of the group was as dumb as we were. But the best part is, so I like filled it out and I sent it off, and I've never sent anything FedEx before. And I just kind of handed it in, and I assumed that would never see the light of day. Like that never made it to the proper place. I assumed I screwed it up.
Oh yeah,
and
the labels. We had to do our own FedEx labels. Yeah. We didn't know where to stick the labels.
I was like, "There's no chance that this is actually going to work out." And then I got my test result back.
Positive.
Yeah.
Where Tammy was she even in Canada?
No, she was in Alberta.
Oh, okay.
She's on stress leave now.
If anybody knows Tammy from COVID Alberta, we apologize to Tammy.
Yeah.
We definitely crushed her soul that night.
Wow.
And but the funnier thing was that Puffy and I, as this went on, was starting to laugh hysterically, and she was not laughing.
She did not get the joke
because it was so bad. First of all, I couldn't even get on the call. I couldn't get the audio.
That was the worst part for her. The thing was, there was like a small window where she thought we were charming. And then it was like she got to a point where she's like, "Oh, these guys are nice," and then she just done. I'm done with it.
Because it wasn't Zoom, it was some other funky. There's too many of these things, right? There's like Microsoft meetings and Zoom and all this crap.
Yeah.
And it was some special one.
Yeah, it wasn't Zoom. Because I know how to do
Zoom.
Zoom.
It wasn't Slack, was it? Was it Slack?
No, I don't think so.
What's Slack?
Slack's the one we use for programming, TSN programming.
Oh, really?
Yes. I love it.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
What the hell else has been going on, guys? I haven't talked to you forever. Oh, one thing we should get taken care of off the top before I forget, as I forgot in our last podcast. Our buddy Nick Obrich from TaylorMade.
Yes.
So we love Nick so much, and we love the TaylorMade guys so much. We did a wedge giveaway on our last podcast, but I think I kind of screwed it up, as I often do, and said I'd do the details and then didn't do the details. And I think Stoff maybe had to make an edit. I think we wanted them to send videos or something to win a Tiger Wood grind wedge.
Ooh.
You can get a 56 or 60 degree wedge, $270 wedge. The total number of videos we received in this contest was...
Drum roll, please.
0.
Does that mean I win?
I thought Bob Weeks would at least submit one.
Hold on. Who was on that Rubber Boots account, Stoff?
Well, I will say the only person that DM'd our Rubber Boots account over that period of time was one Lester McLean. So
thank you very much.
Perhaps he should get the golf club in question. He's going to go with the 60 degree.
I am no longer allowed in to the Rubber Boots account on the Instagram. So
really?
I can't get in anymore. I don't know. It's locked me out. Doesn't recognize me. It thinks that, yeah.
Too many
they won't let me on.
Dog posts?
Yeah, too many dog posts. It's much similar to the way that Stoff's computer broke down because of the too many porn videos. So
that's not a real thing, is it?
No, you can never have too many.
Do I have to have a backup to the backup?
You may want to do a cleanse.
I would suggest a private server, Puff. Private server.
I'm on the dark web.
Now, hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I know that, James, it's great to see you. Puff, it's great to see you. And Stoff, how long do we have to wait for this reveal, man?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So the reason you can't see me right now is because I'm on a computer I borrowed from work. And the person who previously used this computer, and this is years ago, wore a tinfoil hat on their head so the government could not read their thoughts. And they also have one of these over the camera. Little black sticker. So,
Oh,
the ultimate insecurity, my friends. Little
seriously.
black sticker.
Hey, listen, absolutely. All right, well, it's good to see you.
Wow.
Stop. That is a world-class hoodie right there. Is that a pink
Oh, thank you, sir.
Adidas?
looks like
Is that an Adidas logo?
Yes, it
That
is.
looks Adidas. Yeah,
I am now
Adidas.
sponsored by Adidas.
I believe it's
It's
Adidas.
about time.
Adidas.
Guys, we can't. I got to go back to the wedge. We got to give away the wedge.
Oh yeah.
No.
I thought we gave it to Lester.
Is that
I
it's
thought
not
I won.
measured in our listeners. We still have, whatever it is, 10, 15,000 people listening to the podcast. So I must have, because when we did the driver giveaway for TaylorMade last year, we
Yeah,
had like hundreds of videos.
but it's
And
also
so-
the winter.
It's
Well,
a
I know,
super
but
get out
people
there and
love the
play.
golf, Puffy.
But not everyone has their golf simulator at home to do their little video like you.
So just on Twitter or Instagram, just write us and say, I want the wedge. And we'll randomly pick one, okay?
I like golf.
Me want wedge.
I love that this contest went from a Bob Weeks impression to just write us something.
Maybe
Years
no
ago-
one has seen those commercials and didn't know the impression.
You know what?
That's not
Years
good for our
ago,
ratings.
years ago on Saturday Night Live, there was a skit about Halloween and lack of preparation for Halloween costumes, and be like, "Hey, happy trick or treat! I'm crazy canteen handman. Give me some candy."
Is there anybody out there?
Again, it's more of a visual joke than it would be for an audio
Right,
podcast,
right, of course.
Lester.
Yes,
Actually, that
is true.
didn't look like a canteen either.
Lester was holding a canteen. I got it. I liked it.
Oh, that's
I
great.
got it.
I'm lukewarm on it.
I will not be putting the cricket sound effect there. Don't worry.
Well, we should put this particular portion on Instagram so people can see that.
I don't know if we can figure out the technology, but we'll try.
All
I
right.
mean, also, are we determining that that's the highlight of the pod?
Lester's
the-
bottle makes an appearance.
Wow.
Let's hope.
I have a feeling that next year they're just going to replace me, recast me, and say it's Serious Lester, but it's another dude entirely, like Dick Sargent, Dick York, and that's what's going to happen.
Or they'd have like in the Christmas vacation movies, the kids would be, or the vacation movies, the kids would be different in every movie.
Exactly.
Lester will never replacing you ever.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Speaking of, so anyway, yeah. So just I don't know, write something about TaylorMade. We just want to give the wedge away. All right. If not, Jimmy's just keeping it for himself in the basement.
What?
Won't hit the ceiling, a wedge.
I love the Tiger Woods grind wedges on.
I think you're nervous. You saw that my game was developing, and you don't want to give me the equipment to succeed.
Nick has talked about hooking Puffy up in the spring.
Oh, I think we need to do that.
Yeah, I mean, J-Ride Bump has already been there. Weeksy's been there.
And look what it's done for Rydell's game, because Rydell was terrible before the new gear.
I know he gets his new TaylorMades. He's money now, so we'll have to do a live Instagram of Puffy getting fitted for clubs if that ever happens. Although they have to stick all those little things on you, like they do when they make the video games, and I don't know if they can fit it on that frame
They better
of yours.
they better get some extra balls.
They're gonna use tennis balls instead of the ping pong ones.
Wow.
Hey, I'll be crying
To
myself
actually
to sleep
to
on that
win
one.
the wedge, to win the wedge, you have to send us a note on Instagram with or Twitter that says TaylorMade at TaylorMadeCA and hashtag Fat Puffy. But it's got to be PHATPUFFY.
Yes.
Fat Puffy.
Fat Puffy.
I like it.
Not here to stay though.
No. Oh, this gets you motivated. You could be on the biggest. You could be on the Biggest Loser this year.
That's not,
Oh my God.
I'm not that bad. I have to put on weight to get there. So hold on. Now you've motivated me the other way.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a little project.
No, I'm a mogul. I'm a real estate mogul now, so I got to get it together.
Oh, right. You've been very busy with your place in Prince Edward County.
Very busy.
How's it? Is it renting well?
And we're still in the construction phase of we're making some upgrades and changes.
Some renos.
I'm even doing some of the handiwork.
You are not.
So,
Jesus.
oh yeah,
Hope
I
you
got
have
my
shirts on this.
routers and my stuff. The
Your
drillers.
routers. So you're putting internet
routers
in
and stuff. Yeah, I'm doing stuff. I'm making it happen.
When you watch that much porn, you need multiple routers.
You're making a gesture like you have a drill in your hand, but you're calling it a router.
Yeah, but you got to get the routers. You got to route the wood.
The rotos?
Make the holes so that the stuff can go through. I'm thinking of doing my own do-it-yourself show on the internet.
You're not actually
a reno show.
You're not selling this place if you're doing all the renos.
Oh no, I'm just doing the basement bathroom. Yeah, me and my dad.
Well,
so my dad's
good
now
for you, buddy.
80. So it's a good father-son time, but I might actually kill him on this one.
Oh, Jesus.
Starting to age, and so it's been an interesting thing between the father and son duel that we have.
It's a nice bonding experience.
That's nice, though.
Yeah. But yeah, we're excited. It's almost coming together. Almost ready to rent.
Do people rent? Are people still renting in COVID, like VRBOs and such?
Oh, it's on fire.
Did you get in on the VRBO IPO on the stock market?
Yeah, I'm sure I will. Though we have a group of us in the real estate world.
Some of the VRBO people apparently got options to buy stocks if you were a VRBO person, and that sucker doubled in one day or something.
Yeah, I'll be involved in that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, before we forget, we were talking about the COVID testing experience Puffy and I had with poor Tammy. Sadly, that is not my most ridiculous COVID testing story because that was surpassed this weekend. I'm currently in the middle of doing more COVID testing because of the World Juniors. I'm flying out there on Saturday. When do you think this will be up? A couple of days, maybe Thursday or something, or Friday?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So as you're listening to this, I may well be already in the bubble in Edmonton. And so we have to do a series of 3 COVID tests during this week before we head out there. And in this particular case, it's private companies, so they come to your house, do the COVID test. So I do the test. A woman from Life Labs comes and does the nasal test on me, and then I put it in a little package and put it in the fridge. And another guy comes by to pick it up and take it to the labs. That's the way it works. So I do my test. She comes on Saturday, and I put it in the envelope and I put it in the fridge, and I go downstairs to work out because I work out, eh? And
show off. Hey,
I tell my beautiful daughter Darian and my wife Brooksy that my COVID test is in the fridge. Call me when the guy comes, or just give it to him. So I don't hear downstairs. I got my little gym. I got the music on. So I come upstairs, whatever, hour and a half later, big pump on, huge pump. And,
seriously, uncle. Like an hour and a half. You hit balls for 90 minutes.
3 hours later, I come up, big pump on. No. So whenever it was, I come back upstairs, and I'm like, did you give him my COVID test? She goes, yeah, the guy came by half an hour ago. I got it out of the freezer. And I go, the freezer? It was in the fridge.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
so
God.
I go into the fridge. It's still there. I'm like, what the hell did you give him? She goes, well, there was an envelope with a syringe in it in the freezer.
What is
How many syringe envelopes do you have in your house?
Apparently a remarkable amount. So in a panic now, because this is a COVID test that's gone to a lab, I call the trucking company or whatever, because they called me on their cell phone to say they were coming. And I said, hey, you got the wrong test. Could you please call me back or whatever? And
hold on a second. You made that sound like it was his fault.
Like he went into your freezer.
Hey, buddy, no. You grabbed the wrong one from my freezer.
Way to go, numbnuts.
Jerk face.
Get your ass back here.
And I'm not paying. So yeah, no, I said it was, I think we gave you the wrong thing. I'm so sorry. So he calls me back later and he goes, "Okay, I'm reading the label on here. It says Legally Veterinary Clinic."
That's the one.
Oh,
So
no.
Willow, one of my
Yeah.
Frenchies, was having some eye issues, and the solution from the vet was they do something with the blood. I think it's almost like PRP, where they take blood out and they do something to the blood, and then they inject the blood back into your eye.
A cycle.
So this was the solution that was given to the labs for my COVID test.
They'd be like, "Oh my God! One thing, sir, you're a dog."
Sir, we have good news and bad news. You tested negative for COVID, but you're a dog. Imagine if that phone call.
Wow.
The hazmat team shows up. We have a man dog in here. Shoot to kill.
I haven't seen anything like this since the Shaggy DA from 1974. Yeah, so that was my COVID experience from Saturday. I apologize to all of the lab people, all the drivers.
Are you doing the spit tests for these ones, or
No, this is the deep nasal, buddy.
deep nasal?
Oh yeah, and the second one, she came today and she went real deep.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm getting one tomorrow.
It's okay. Like it's only 10, 15 seconds. It's not that bad, but it's just weird, right?
It's
I don't like it.
I get you.
It's weird. I might be one of the company leaders in COVID tests right now. How many did we have for Augusta? 6?
No, we did 2 before we went. Then we did
2 there.
1 there, 2 there. Yeah, 5.
Why is Lester exercising right now with kettlebells?
You're all
during the
taunting me.
podcast?
He's been doing it for a while. I just wanted to see how long he can keep going.
Guy's a machine, man. He's looking so good too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to take care of myself.
New Jack Lester.
New Jack Lester. In all seriousness, it's pretty cool that they come to your house to do it. I mean, again, like for example, I mean, this whole, what I find frustrating about this whole thing is this 14-day quarantine on either side, right? Like my brother, for example, I mean, he would be able to come home, and if he could isolate and then get a test within a couple of days, he's good. Then why shouldn't he be able to do that? But
Well,
I want to say, by the way, we're not like jumping the line on any COVID test. If you want a COVID test, you can get it in your area. This is because we're going away. They had
no. I'm not. Sorry, I'm not by no stretch of imagination. Am I?
Jimmy, you prevented Lester's brother from coming home. Thanks a lot.
Yes, seriously.
No.
There'll be no Happy McLean Claire Christmas this year.
Look,
Now we're all apart.
Had to go to the
The bottom
juniors.
line
Now-
is though, like even if you could do that, I mean, why? I mean, the government should allow that. I think, you know.
Yeah, well, also, James, you did already buy your vaccine, right? That's coming to you and your family.
Yeah, I've already had it.
Yeah,
That's in the freezer already in a syringe.
That's what it was.
he got it for the family and the dogs. They will all be looking after before
You
elderly
know what?
population.
This is going to be a thing. Not necessarily in Canada, where we're for the most part caring, generous people. I think that know our place in line. But I again was listening to that New York Times expert who's fantastic, who's been on the forefront of reporting on the pandemic since the beginning, and he was saying that, you know, that the special treatment that Trump got, and the word's going to escape me right now, but
Bleach.
some special cutting.
The
No,
bleach. The bleach.
not the bleach.
Special bleach.
He drank the bleach.
He did.
Some cutting edge gene therapy or something that he got, and he came out afterwards and said, "Everybody, it's going to be available for everyone. It's a miracle. Don't worry about COVID." So this guy says that apparently they could only produce about 100,000 or 200,000 doses of that, or doses, or whatever the proper word is, of that therapy, and that all the rich people in the States were getting it.
Oh yeah.
Connections, political connections, you know exactly what I'm saying here.
Oh yeah.
And so that hope for the massive population to get that treatment until everybody's vaccinated is not possible because they can't produce enough, and all the rich connected people in the States are getting it. So that was typically horrifying.
My buddy who lives in Chicago, you've met him, James. I was talking the other day, and his boss's doctor called him and said, "Yeah, don't worry. I need you to come in and get you vaccinated. I got it. You'll be done in the next week."
Wow.
And he is not elderly.
Yeah.
So, the U.S. especially, it's going to be crazy.
The NHL story that was out last week and then was erroneously reported, by the way, that they were trying to do that and jump to the front of the line, angered a lot of people quickly. It wasn't true, but I think at some point they're trying to get vaccines for all their players, but it's not like they're going to grab them right now because people aren't stupid. The optics of that are so horrific that any league or organization that does that is just
if you're a league, it'd make more sense actually to get the vaccines to your season ticket holders so they can get back in the rink and start making money.
Don't think Jerry Jones hasn't made that inquiry already.
Oh my goodness.
So anyway, so a couple more COVID tests and then off to Edmonton. 4 days isolated we cannot leave our hotel room for 4 days. And we get like Puffy a kind of like a prison type ankle bracelet where if you leave, they know you've left and some alarm goes off and the SWAT team shows up.
We've got a troublemaker. My God. Let's move.
Wow.
So is that for like the players as well?
I don't know. I'm going to guess yes, but I don't know. I'm just going off what the TSN rules are. Yeah. But Lester, what kind of numbers do you think Puffy could put up in 4 days stuck in his hotel room?
Oh my God.
He's already broken his own record of 78. He's scoring at will now. The most amazing one-man show in history.
Staggering. The only thing I'd be concerned about is dehydration. Does he have enough water in the hotel room?
That's true. You got to be able to refill.
You know what I'm saying? But
I would say in 4 days that the over-under would be 27.5.
I would smash the over.
Is that legit? What would be your legit? I want a serious answer. 4 days, 24/7 in there. So you're in there for 48, 96 hours in your hotel room.
Legitimate numbers, over under, I would at least say 6.5 a day. So
but no chance.
Sorry, that's right now, or if you were alone in a hotel?
Alone in a hotel room with I would be it would be more for anxiety reasons, just to give myself comfort.
What's a half, by the way?
Well, no, that's the non-completion. just to enjoy the feeling for a little while, and then you get bored.
Room service walks in.
What if the internet's down?
Now, when if say you were, are you allowed to see anyone if the internet's down?
Yes.
What does that knock it down to?
Imagination would be very tough. Be very tough. Am I allowed to do dirty calls on the phone?
Laws, one of them is not me. Don't phone me. I got nothing.
But they have to be recorded for quality insurance purposes.
You can only call Tanya or Tammy, the COVID nurse.
Ooh.
Tammy will not take your call.
It's going to get chilly out there for me.
Once again, we apologize to Tammy for even bringing her up in this conversation.
Yeah, it's I don't know how you're going to do it, buddy. The old Netflix and chill is going to be.
You know what? The World Junior Team Canada did 14 days, and I was really intimidated by the 4 days until those kids can do 14 days, that's pretty darn impressive. So I can 4 days does not seem as daunting.
Did they have roommates?
They did not have roommates. They were all in their own rooms for 14 days straight. Which is good. There's a hockey. I still think that hurts. It does hurt Canada's chances because you just can't. While all the rest of the teams over in Europe were skating together and training, even though they had their issues as well, to be just not doing anything for 14 days doesn't hurt. But I don't want to get into detailed hockey talk.
Look, hold on. Just a quick thing though. I can't believe that these guys, if they knew they had to quarantine, the coaches, strength and conditioning people wouldn't have given them some type of exercises they could have done in the hotel.
They worked out every day.
Yeah, they had treadmills in their rooms and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
see
they
a
had
problem.
stuff, but I'm just saying it hurts from a hockey and team building standpoint and all that sort of thing. Sorry, Hugo and Willow are engaged in a epic battle over a stuffed monkey that Brooksy bought them. The stuffed pets are very popular in the household. I'm gonna have to pull that away.
Puffy, Hugo's paying plus $250. So
Stuffed. It wasn't a monkey.
Ooh,
This was the goat.
Oh wow!
But don't they all fight over it every day?
that goat has seen better days.
Yeah, they
go
do,
ahead.
but they just don't usually. I was trying to isolate in my room here so you guys wouldn't have to hear it, and unfortunately, the goat battle
There's
emerged
that
in the
word
room.
again. Isolate.
Have you guys? I've not seen you guys purchase your personalized video for me yet on Memo or Cameo.
I was confused by this because
My request was rejected.
is it Cameo or is it another company that does the same kind of thing? No,
Did I talk about Cameo last time I was on here?
I think
you were talking about doing it.
A couple of
Okay.
podcasts ago, yeah.
I thought you were gonna go with OnlyFans.
Was it fans only or only fans? I don't even know.
I believe OnlyFans.
I just got requested another one. These people write you from these companies, and they write. Trust me, I realize they write everybody who has any sort of presence. I got one called Real Talk. A girl wrote me and said, "We want you on Real Talk, where you actually FaceTime with the fans
Oh,
for a certain
nice.
price."
Ooh.
What should be my fee for FaceTiming with the fans?
Whatever you're charging right now.
Yeah, exactly.
$1.75. Imagine O-Dog on Real Talk.
Oh my gosh, that would be worth it. I'd spend $500 just to get that.
Wow.
Okay, so very quickly for listeners that don't know, Cameo and Memo are two apps that you can get where you pay a certain amount to get a video message from somebody you like. The Cameo people approached me and again approached everyone I think who's on television in any form years ago when they started, and I said this is just too stupid. But then I was looking to raise some money for Jonathan Pitra's charity for Deborah Canada, and they came at me again. So I said, why not? I'll do this. I'll
Nice.
just give the proceeds.
Sure.
I'm sure that won't get many anyway.
Yeah.
So
are you doing like a 25-75 split?
No, I'm doing it all. I'm not keeping any money. I told Tina, who runs Deborah, I said, you're not going to, by the way, you're going to get like probably $50 out of this for a year's work. But so I go on Cameo. So the first day I get my first little Cameo request, and I don't know. I think it's $50 or $60. I set myself low. It might have been cheaper.
Hold on, that is low.
Oh, that's low, buddy. That's like near the low end of what you can do, basically.
So if I wanted like The Rock to send me a birthday message,
$500 probably for like a
Seriously?
20-second video. Oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna see who else is in Jimmy's price range.
He could
Yeah,
probably probably charge more, to be honest with you. The Rock
So
could
here's the
charge
deal.
$1,000.
You can. The Rock might be $5,000 for all you know. Like there's people in there you haven't heard of that are still charging $300, $400, $500. So the first message I get, I send it to the guy, and then I see that I'm trying to negotiate my way around this app that I don't really know much about, and it says you can DM the guy. So I DM him and I said, "Hey Phil, is that okay? Because it's my first video. I didn't know what I was doing, and he wanted me to send it to a friend or something." So I go, "Phil, is that okay?" And he writes back, "Yeah, it was great." And as soon as he writes back, "Yeah, it was great," I see like this fee, $16.99, pops up under his name. So apparently there's also a charge for DMs. And I didn't know that. So because I sent this guy a DM, as soon as he responded to me, he got dinged another $18.
That's amazing. Wow. That's amazing.
And so I instantly felt so bad. I'm like, "Oh, Phil." I write back. I'm like, "Phil, I'm sorry. Don't respond to this, but I'll try to get your money back." So I phoned the Cameo guy. And I'm like, "Cameo guy, I made this guy DM me by mistake, and it cost him $17. Can you get his money back?" And Cameo guy's probably looking at my profile going, who is this clown Canadian sportscaster? And so I never heard back from Cameo guy.
Yeah, because
So,
they're like,
Phil-
hey, we got 8% of that. We're not giving him.
So,
Wow.
so Phil, or whatever your name was, wherever you are, I'm really sorry about the $16, bro. And I will literally send you the cash in an envelope if you find me. Maybe he's a fan of the Rubber Boots pod, and that's how he found me. So
do you guys want to know some of the pricing here?
Yeah,
Yes,
please
yeah.
do. Are you on Cameo or are you on Memo?
I am on Cameo right now.
Okay.
So you can get a message from Floyd Mayweather, who's going to fight a YouTube star, for $999.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little more expensive than Jimmy. Snoop Dogg goes for $1,200.
Wow.
Drew Brees, who currently has a broken rib, so he can afford to send you a message, $550. So a little more affordable there. That's not bad.
Not bad. I'm not
Jimmy's
surprised.
feeling like a bargain at $60, isn't he?
So
60
so hold
bucks.
on. Like, if I want you to send a message to my friend, do I write a script for you, or do you come up with the content?
You write all the information that you want, and then the guy can. They actually works like a prompter, where when you start recording the message, you actually see everything the guy's written you on the screen. But I just find that bothersome. So you can tell him exactly what to say, or a lot of people will write me and just say, "Hey, James, I want you to bug Dougie in my fantasy football league. He sucks. He's a commissioner and he's in last place," and something like that.
And is there a length of time? Like, do you only have?
No,
like a
you can
minute
go as
to
long
get
as
it
you
out?
want. I try to give a solid minute to people,
That's
get
good.
the $60
That's good.
worth.
That's good.
So you could have me send your buddy a message every day for like 20 days, or you can get one from Snoop. You tell me what's more worthwhile right there.
Wow.
So also in the $50 range, Randy Couture, $50.
So me or Randy
There's
Couture?
some competition.
Puffy's tempted by that one.
I would go Randy Couture over James.
So now I'm going a little bargain shopping here, and the subject of the movie The Blind Side,
Yes.
Yes.
$25.
Oh,
You should get him on the pod.
of course.
So,
I might get him to message me like 3 times a week.
Mm. Wow.
maybe
Just checking in, Puffy.
Is the Rock on there? Is the Rock?
The
on
Rock.
there?
I'm guessing the Rock is not doing it.
No.
Look,
It doesn't
one
matter
day.
if the Rock's on there.
You can get Bret the Hitman Hart, $150.
Wow.
The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
There is. Look,
Lester loves his wrestling.
I felt a
I
little
do.
silly going on here. I'm not gonna lie. I think but then I said, okay, if I can raise some money, that's fine. And everybody's doing it, and the world's a weird place.
Are you the only TSN personality doing it?
I don't know, but let me get to the next part. So our old boss, Double M,
Oh, okay. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
he calls me a couple of weeks ago and it's like, hey, we're starting this new thing in Canada. I'm helping them out. It's called Memo.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, it's basically the same as Cameo, but it started in Europe. It's got all the European hockey players on it. And would you go on it? And so now it's a favor for him. So I'm like, yeah, I'm already on this Cameo thing, but I'll do it. And clearly he went out and Bob, Jay Onright, a bunch of people, because you may have seen on your Twitter feed, suddenly Memo was kind of everywhere, right? Maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yes, everywhere.
Yes.
well, you know what I'm saying. There was a bunch of Memo stuff.
Yeah.
So Bob's all over the Memo.
Yeah,
He's like
he's
he's a retiree now, so he just sits home and does memos all day.
Oh yeah,
Of course.
But so Memo, you see, Ray and Bob and Jay, they went up at like $60. I believe it's a Swedish guy who set us up on it, and he said, I want you to start at like $60 or whatever. So I just undercut them. I went 53. Boom.
Nice.
The memos just started popping in. Undercut the entire memo market.
And so, how many of these a day are you doing now?
Not a lot, honestly.
Okay.
And I think I've done a handful of them. It's Christmas time. Bobby had done a few more memos than me. He was very pumped about his memos. But no, the market will dry up very quickly. I'm fully aware, Puffy, as you know, of my standing in the celebrity world.
But you can drop your price in the bubble, because you could be just pounding those out 24/7. You got nothing else to do.
Mm.
So if me and Puffy are in the bubble together, quarantined in our rooms, do I do more memos than Puffy?
No.
Mm.
No.
That's a great bet right there.
Yeah.
You'll make more money because no one's paying Puffy.
I think you'll win.
Well, are they?
Or
Jimmy, I think
There are
you'll win, but
websites. If I was in the bubble,
oh
Yeah,
my
I'll win,
God.
but I'll win, but what's Lester?
You'll win, but it's close.
Yeah, it'll be tight.
here's
be
an
tight.
interesting one: the Wu-Tang Clan
Yeah.
for $360. But do you get a message from all 9 of them? Is what I'm wondering.
no.
Could you go on Memo and see if there's any other TSNers on there?
So I've been scrolling through Memo. Memo appears to be big in the snooker community. A lot of snooker stars on there, like
right, eh?
Gary Wilson, Stuart Bingham, Kurt Mafflin.
Like, I love Bingham.
Household names.
yeah.
What is Bob McKenzie's rate? Check Bob McKenzie's rate.
Oh, I gotta switch to Canada. Hold on one second here.
The best to be would be like $51 now.
Bob McKenzie, $60.
Look at that.
So you see,
Lanny McDonald, $89. So
$89
For Lanny.
Oh, look at that. When did he win the cup? 89. That's
and
pretty cool.
also Rubber Boots alumni Lindsay Hamilton, $45.
What?
Yeah.
Ooh, she's
she
undercut me.
you.
Undercut
Well done, Lindsay.
Jimmy. Yep. Smart move. Smart move.
that is a good move. I went back up to 60 because I felt Bob was giving me a hard time about undercutting him.
But Jimmy, you do offer express delivery from what I see here.
Yeah, that's more expensive though. Within 24 hours, I think it's like $100 or something like that, isn't it? Is that right?
As soon as I click on it, there's a video of Hugo that pops up, which is pretty good. Express delivery, an extra $53, so you're looking at $113 for next day.
What?
Right. You know what? Go save the money, kids. If you want the memo from me, I do it pretty quick anyway. I got nothing else going on in my life. And
Well,
if you
let me
memo
ask you
me
this.
from the, yeah, go ahead.
Where do you draw the line with what somebody wants you to say? Like,
I've done
are
a
there
lot of topless
guidelines?
stuff already. There's been a few of these.
Well, Lester, I think your weightlifting just left the Instagram feed. Just got replaced.
Yeah, management's gonna love that. You know, the funny thing is, I'm watching his like demo video run in the background, and Jimmy, you're wearing the exact same thing you're wearing right now.
Yeah, basically, I haven't changed out of this hoodie in a month. So I was doing a little nipple touching, by the way, for our listeners a minute ago. I didn't want it to be an inside joke.
Oh, that's all over the gram now.
Oh, yes.
No, that is not going on the gram. I do have a career. No, there's not, Lester. There's not. Honestly, people are just. It's either saying happy birthday to someone or Merry Christmas to someone, or like I said, there's a lot of guys that just want to rib their buddies or something. So yeah, that's basically the extent of it. There's been nothing inappropriate. I mean, I know there's a lot of ladies that want something like that, that just want me, topless or whatever. But
Unfortunately, they're institutionalized at this point.
yeah, I told Brooksy I wasn't going to do any of that. I said I'd draw the line. Okay,
That's
Draw the line.
all those requests out there for that, it's just not going to happen. I have to decline them. So anyway, get your memos or cameos if you want. Lindsay Hamilton.
Whoa, you can get one from Santa Claus.
Whoa.
Santa Claus, $30.
$30?
Tune in next week's Rubber Boots episode featuring Santa Claus.
Oh, who's paying for that? We're kind of short on sponsors right now.
Well, we'll
figure
flip
that
seats
out.
for it. Oh, looks like you lost, James.
I'm looking at this Momo thing here, and I'm seeing a reality star
Brooksy bought me a
Jody,
smoothie.
Jody,
Oh, nice.
Jody Rollins, Big Brother, $15.
I
Almost
just like
embarrassing.
that this podcast has turned into you guys scrolling memo, finding out the prices for people.
You
I will say
Riveting
this,
stuff
like-
here, guys.
It is, like I said, you put your video on there for like $20 or something like that. It does get a little bit, I don't know. Humiliating is not the right word. Whatever. To each his own. If you need to make a little money, that's great. But
Yeah, I mean, I'd be willing to do it for $5.
I'm a little offended I wasn't approached.
Yeah.
I've been doing. We did a contest with the publisher for beauties. By the way, who's sick of me promoting beauties? Anyone?
Not me. I think it's
Honestly?
doing great.
Personally, I enjoy the podcast.
I enjoyed the beauty spot, but Jimmy, you had a little thing there with the Christmas tree on Instagram. I thought that was
That's
That
pretty
was
good.
great.
I saw a thing with O-Dog chasing you down. and tackling you.
I mean, I've
Oh,
seen
that was
that. What do you call that? Is that a meme? Even though it's a video
yeah,
when they
it's a meme, yeah. Thank you, it's a meme.
that thing of Metcalf, a million people have used that, but when I saw O's head on it, it was still the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was good. And you had the book. That was what was made it really sing.
The book in hand and everything.
Shout out to that guy. O-Dog's hilarious because ever since I started promoting this book, and I've said this before, look, it's awkward to do because you want to sell the book. It's a good book. I love the book. I think people will like it. But I know I've been doing like endless interviews about it and endless tweets, and I'm sure half the population's muted me. So I am like, you do feel awkward about the whole thing. But O-Dog has been calling me out ever since the beginning. It's like, hey guys, Beauties is available in stores now. And O-Dog will like respond, no shot. I'm like, dude, you're in the book. There is a chapter about you in the book. Anyway,
my goodness.
That's so. And hey, if you still have time to get Beauty. Anyway, what I was saying was we did a contest, so I've been sending out free videos to people, which are like virtual signings of the book because I couldn't do a book tour this year.
Yeah.
So people wrote me on Instagram, and I'll be like, hey, Stan, I know you just opened your copy of Beauties for Christmas from your mom and your dad, and I couldn't sign it for you, but here's a really awkward video from me just saying hello and Merry Christmas.
That's nice.
Nice.
I just noticed that Cameo has impersonators on there, and they charge money from impersonators. So a Taylor Swift impersonator will cost you $65.
Oh.
What would a Jimmy impersonator be, like $1.50?
Let's look that up.
We haven't done things I saw on Twitter since our last episode for a long time. Brought to you by Christoph Mamona and his new Mac. What is it called? iMac?
Yeah, it's not new, but it's an iMac, and it's at my house currently.
I could have given you. See this? We bought this like 5 years ago and have never used it. It sits on my desk.
That's wonderful. That's literally what I have in front of me right now.
Wow.
I could.
Sorry, you have an iMac that you do not use?
Well, we have trouble turning it on. God. We're not really technically sound.
God.
There's a button in the back you hit and it turns right on.
Oh, that's why I never looked in the back. Yeah.
That's great.
Well, everybody in the family has a MacBook, so the iMac.
So that's more for the dogs.
I really should have thought of that when we were down for 3 weeks, eh?
Yeah. You maybe could have noticed that you had a computer lying around when we were looking for a computer.
Wow.
3 weeks ago.
Very true. But where else would Hugo upload his videos?
Wow.
Things that I saw on Twitter.
Freaky pigs, strange chicks, world affairs, polar bears, fake news, nice shoes, big boobs, jack dudes. All of these things and more as I sat on the shitter. Things that I saw on Twitter.
All right. Any of you guys looking to become a lord? Or a lady,
Yes.
perhaps? Well, now.
Not so much.
Now, that's up.
I've had the odd Saturday night in the suburbs where I've played the role of the lady.
Well, there's a Cameo video I'd pay for. Alrighty, so there's a website called establishedtitles.com, and this allows you basically to become a lord or a lady by buying land in Scotland. So a square foot of land will cost you $49, and in it you get a plaque that says Lord James Duthie or Lord Lester McLean. $49. You can also buy 5 square feet for $209, or if you want the real deal, 10 square feet for $349. And now they're having a holiday sale that gives you a 2-for-1 discount, so you can become a lord yourself and get the lady for your significant other. So are you guys in on this? And if you were to purchase 10 square feet, would you actually try to go to Scotland and then claim that territory?
So hold on, I have to go there and I have to claim it?
No, you have,
I have to fight for it too?
You have to mark your territory.
So
And you would do it in your own special puppy way.
I would have to put some stones down around me and say, don't look at me for 20 minutes.
Yeah, now it'd be a square foot, so it wouldn't be a lot of space.
I might do that with my place in Prince Edward County. Start selling off some backyard. Tell them that they're now lord of the back portion.
Yeah.
Lady Fat Puff.
Wow.
This land belongs to Lady Fat Puff. Do not set foot on her.
Can I have one of those guys who does the trumpeting? Would there be enough room for him and me?
You gotta get the 10 square foot thing then, because
So how big's 10 square feet?
I know a guy.
I don't. You know a guy who could try.
I know John Flair.
That would be an amazing 15-second Instagram video of Lester and myself on my land with him
In
jumping
Scotland.
in.
Kilts.
There would be like 11 people who would die laughing. Who would get it. They would get this reference and everything. It would be glorious.
Yes.
I think.
Did you ask how much is 10 square feet, by the way?
I assume it's like 50 times 10.
What?
500. Isn't 1 square feet $50?
1 square foot, you mean?
you asked how much an actual square foot was, I believe.
Yeah, it's $10, $50, right?
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
it's 50
I thought you
bucks.
were
We thought you were
asking
asking what a square foot is.
exactly what a square foot is.
That's what we
Like,
thought.
Oh
What is
yeah,
a
I
square foot?
have no idea what a square foot is as far as the land mass. Like, is it like the size of a foot?
If your feet were square, yes.
So hold on, if I'm standing in my
if
one
you have
square
a room that is, a square room that is 10 feet across and then 10 feet in length, that would be a 100 square foot room.
Correct.
Okay, so then what's so then it
You're
would
supposed to
50
be a real estate mogul when you're advertising your place in Prince Edward County and you're saying it's 3,000 square feet. Do you actually know how big it is?
No, that's somebody just tells me that, and it's like it's roomy. That's what I'd say, roomy.
That's how he sells a place in Prince
When
Edward
I'm
County.
having my
It's
meetings
really-
with my other moguls, we'll figure this out.
I know you will. All right, I'll buy some land in Scotland. I'm up for that. When we get our new sponsor, that's one of the things we'll do. And then we'll fly over there and do a pod live from our little 10 square
From our
foot
little
area.
plot of land.
Live from
Scotland, I like
Stonehenge.
Can we also afford a moat? I'd like to have a moat around our land. I would take the land and dig it up and put some water in it.
Well, when I fell in love with Family Guy, as you remember, debuted and nobody watched it. Like they put out a few episodes on Fox, like I don't know how long ago Family Guy's been around, and nobody watched it. It was canceled. And then the diehard fans brought Family Guy back and turned it into the institution that it is. But in either episode 1 or 2 of Family Guy, Peter builds a moat around his house.
Yeah, it's episode 1.
And episode 1. And it's hilarious. And I just remember, the only line I remember from the whole show is like, Peter, you build a moat or whatever. Is it working? And I can't even remember who says the line, but says, well, it's keeping the Black Knight at bay.
When did you guys get a pool? Oh, it's a moat. I know it's silly, but my husband thinks our family needs extra protection now that we're rich.
Does it work?
Well, it does keep the Black Knight at bay.
And they just cut to this Black Knight on the horse, stepping backwards, stepping forward, stepping. Just so awesome.
Was that the same episode with the Kool-Aid? The Kool-Aid bit?
Oh, no.
Oh no! Oh
Oh, no.
no! Oh yeah!
Yeah, so
Yes.
they had all that money because I believe Peter was scamming unemployment. He was getting too much with each
Right.
check. So that was the whole
Right.
premise.
Brilliant.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
remember, I must have lived in Ottawa, I think, and I used to be telling all my friends about this show, Family Guy, that they had to watch, and then it was canceled and couldn't be found. And now look at where we are. Okay, continue, Stock.
Alrighty, so we'll go from Scotland to Kazakhstan, where we hear about a story about a man named Yuri, who had a wedding ceremony with a couple guests in attendance recently when he married his wife, Margot.
Ooh.
Now, the unusual thing about Margot is that she is not a woman per se, but rather a sex doll.
Oh.
So basically, a bodybuilder in Kazakhstan had a ceremony to marry his sex doll, and at the ceremony, he put a ring around the doll's finger, making the union official. He took to Instagram with footage of the union saying it's happened, to be continued.
Oh.
When speaking about the doll, the man says she has a fiery personality, and she swears, but there is a tender soul inside.
Have you guys seen the photo?
Oh my
That's
god.
not really him.
That is the photo from the article.
I'm holding up. He has like photos that are like these tender artistic photos done. This one, I look like they're in a tub, and he's sitting there, and she's in front of him. And then there's this one in bed. Like what? Here's the other one.
Oh my!
They're just gazing into each other's eyes. What's interesting here is he wrote that they met at a nightclub. And he rescued her from some unwanted attention. So that's what won her over.
Oh, it's like Taken. He got her. He saved her from the sex trade.
Absolutely.
Well, in fairness, she was born into the sex trade.
Pretty much.
There's not a huge avenues for the sex dolls to go. They usually do end up in the sex trade.
The UPS truck is here.
Margot's one of the few lucky ones that got away.
Yeah, that got out, and she's...
it was also noted they were supposed to get married in March of 2020, but then the pandemic started, so
that did shut down a lot of weddings.
Another casualty of COVID.
Yeah, glad they were able to make it happen.
I don't know.
She wasn't wearing a mask at the ceremony, which kind of alarming for me.
Where the hell are we in the world? What is going on? Well, I don't know if you can hear this, guys, but a UPS guy just came by, and the disappointment in Brooksy's voice when she realized it was for me was palpable.
Is it royalty check?
TSN, everybody.
Ooh.
I'm going to guess it's a COVID, some sort of COVID test or something for Willow's eye.
As long as it's not COVID itself. Oh, that would suck.
Hugo just almost ate my AirPod Pro.
Oh my gosh.
That would have been a surgery.
This woman that this guy's married, is there any truth to the rumor that she never closes her mouth when she's eating?
She did appear shocked during the entire ceremony.
Fairness, she never... Most sex dolls don't get to dream of one day getting married. It's not really a reality for most of them.
You don't think she had a scrapbook growing up?
Wow.
Yeah. Her vision board. Kazakh bodybuilder.
Hey, could do a lot worse.
It's true.
Goodness.
It's true.
Unwanted attention.
It's true.
All right, I'm just distracted here. Look,
I'm
I'm opening this package. This is all that was in the package.
What is it?
Oh, it's like a package from TSN, but the only thing in here are labels. What the hell's that?
I'm pretty sure that's how the Hunger Games starts. I think you're involved now.
You've been chosen.
Wow.
Oh, man. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Is there anything else there on the things I saw on Twitter stuff?
Yeah, we did have a video we can post online. So a little bit more visual, but it was a ad from the Alberta government regarding
very
COVID.
Good. It was very
good. It was quite a good video. COVID basically shows up to a house party and is the life of the party.
Yeah.
It's a guy in a giant head suit with, I don't know, diseases poking out of his head, I guess would be the best way to describe it.
I think they've done a few of them because I saw one of them at Christmas dinner. COVID was at Christmas dinner too, right?
Yeah, he was hitting on one of the moms, I think.
Nice.
That COVID.
Well, basically, any kid who's seen that video now is just like, I know what I'm going for Halloween next year.
Exactly.
They're all going to want to do it now more. They made COVID cool. I want to hang out with COVID now.
I think the party one does do that. Like, he's there. He's like doing beer bongs and
he's crushing it. He's got the girl at the end.
Yeah, he's dancing with the girl. Goes in for the kiss. He's got confidence. He's got swagger. He's got.
I want to be COVID when I grow up.
What is wrong with you two?
Wow.
I want to be COVID. Well, actually, with your pimple, you kind of look like him.
Hey.
Oh.
True. I'm
that is quite outstanding, though. I'd never seen a goiter on a nose.
You're like
before.
a heavier version of the COVID.
A heavy? Come on.
Goiter.
Come on. You have to throw in
Thank you, Staff. I'm glad that somebody heard that one.
I'm gonna be just completely ripped in 2021. I'm gonna show you. The new Jack.
You are like, you actually do though. When you work out, you do, but you work out and you get in shape and you look amazing, and then
I get lazy.
And you go to hell, and
I realize what's the point?
Yeah, that's true.
What? Seriously.
Why would you want to keep yourself in good condition?
If it's just for staying alive, it's not enough motivation.
O-Dog is the king of that. He'll come in like every night to the studio back in the days when we were in the studio all the time and be like, "Joke, man."
Oh, we're losing your audio, Jimmy.
Lost your audio.
Yeah, we
Lost
lost
your
you,
audio,
Jimmy.
James.
We lost you,
James.
James.
I don't think he
No,
can hear us.
We lost you.
He can't hear us.
Yeah, you're off the. You're
He's
off the.
still going.
You're off
Oh
the
my
clock,
God.
buddy. Oh yeah, you are killing it, though. You're so good, so funny. Just destroying it right now.
Oh,
He doesn't pay attention to any of us anyway.
Sorry, no, my phone was ringing. When my phone rings, it cuts off my AirPods.
Yeah, we didn't hear you. Yeah.
We didn't hear anything you said.
Oh, that's funny.
You said
I
when
said-
O-Dog.
Oh, I said when O-Dog starts, he comes in like every couple of months and says, "Joke's over, man. I'm getting in shape now. Joke's over." And then like 3 weeks later, he's got like cigarette hanging out of one side of his mouth and a chicken wing out of the other.
Hey, joke's over for this guy. I'm coming in
buddy.
hot 2021.
Yeah. Anything else on there, bud?
Yeah, I do keep getting those weird adult comics pushed to my Twitter feed still.
Ew.
So an update on that one. So there's a bunch of people who comment underneath saying, like, why do I keep getting these? There's other people who are outraged saying it goes against Twitter's adult content for whatever.
Very true.
So I actually tried reporting one of them a couple times, and I've only gotten more of them since. So I don't think that works.
Wow.
So it's
I don't get
pretty
them.
fun.
Do you guys get them?
I guess I'll be reporting a few things.
But I think Puffy's the one tweeting them out.
Do you guys get? Do any of you get emails from people who want to post things on tsn.ca?
No.
No.
Okay, so I don't know why. I will get every week an email from something, and I don't know if it's a bot account or whatever, but they are acting like tsn.ca is my website. And I don't know if somewhere in some algorithm that my name, because it's on the site, gets associated with it, but it'll be like, "Hey, James, we thought I'm interested in writing an article for your site," and it's not a personalized email; it's clearly
Spam of some sort.
something else. But I get I get spam every single week. But then they'll write me back, "Hey, I didn't hear back from you last week," and it clogs up my feed. Something fierce. Anyway, nobody cares about that. Let's move on.
Why don't you charge them money for it? Be like, yeah, you can post an article, $50.
Maybe I should do that.
If you send me a DM, it's going to crank you 17.
Charge? That's right. Charge you my $60 memo fee.
That's it. We do have a listener tweet here.
No.
Okay.
Tim Blizzard tweets in, "I hope the intern loses his job for over the horrible delay in production." So bye-bye, intern Matt. It's over.
Zach.
Him too.
He's done.
Way to go,
You're
Zach.
right, Zach.
Great work, Zach.
They
Way to
both failed.
break
See,
break Christoph's computer.
Zach should have known that Jimmy had a computer sitting in his office that was completely
That's
usable.
very true. When Zach cleans the Duthie estate twice a week, he would have noticed the computer by then.
Hey,
Thanks.
I have not been checking our mentions on the Rubber Boots account, so I just went on there as you were speaking and just got one. There's one from Jura Tapiainen. Sounds like one of our maybe Finnish followers.
Could be the Kazakhstanian bodybuilder.
Was our boy Puff hanging out in London with Alex James of Blur in the mid to late 90s? And he's quoting an article about Alex. Who's Alex James, by the way, from the band Blur? Is Blur a band?
Yeah.
Yep.
Blur, woohoo, song 2? Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. He said, "I used to spend..."
Song 2.
That was That was the Ottawa Senators' gold song for a long time in the beginning.
Yeah,
Oh, that,
when
the Woohoo song is by Blur?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you were in the in-arena announcer or whatever. Back then.
I gotcha. Anyway, this is quoting from an article about Blur. I spent £1 million on champagne in 3 years.
Champagne! We've started.
Drank 2 bottles every day except Wednesday and gave a couple away. It's something like 0.1% of the entire country's champagne turnover for a year. Gives you rotten breath. You have to eat 2 carrots per bottle. Nothing was wrong and nobody died. In fact, it was getting better all the time. Right now, if I go and see a dentist, I'd rather he was sober. If I go and see a band I like, to think that they've tried to spank... I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
I think he's still drinking the champagne.
Yeah. Alex James
Wow.
of Blur apparently was big into the Champagne Tuesdays.
I agree.
But not Wednesdays, apparently.
Wednesday was a bad day for him.
Why did he take Wednesdays off? Does it say?
He doesn't say why.
My days were I used to take Monday off.
Why would champagne give you bad breath?
The sugar.
Sugar, yeah.
Probably rots your teeth a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah.
Somebody else saying Jason Olsen catching up on pods and saying that Lester's Johnny Nash tribute was amazing.
Yep.
Oh,
Listen
thank
to
you
it.
very much.
Really good.
Doesn't listen to it over and over again and doesn't want it to stop. And there's other stuff in here, but frankly, I don't have time to go through it all.
Stoff, did you get the Smokey Robinson thing I sent you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, is that that was a cameo thing, or
It fits in with Cameo, yeah.
Hey, Marco. How you doing? Surprise, surprise. This is Smokey Robinson. I know you didn't expect to hear from me. But I was contacted by your sons, Jeff and Jared, and they wanted me to wish you happy Chinooka. I have no idea what Chinooka is, but happy Chinooka because they said so.
Oh my God!
It's so
Come
good.
on, Smokey.
And I'm like,
Come
that would
on.
be 100% what would happen if we did a cameo.
Oh my goodness!
Chinooka.
You know what?
Happy
That
Chinooka.
that reminds me of something that I saw on the social, and I should have sent it to you guys, but this woman is cooking in Britain, and she is doing some mashed potatoes, and she says she adds warm milk, which she just warmed up in the microwave.
Now, I'm aiming for quite a solid mash at this stage, but I still need a bit of milk, full fat, which I've warmed in the microwave.
I like that. That makes it sound more fancy.
Microwave.
Microwave.
Microwave. She says that.
In one water.
You know what? I would definitely use a microwave if it was
My microwave broke in one Wario.
on the 10th of one Wario.
Microwave.
You heat up a
Oh, my
little
God.
Croft diner in the microwave, and that's pure
Or a
magic.
little cook-a-cook-coy.
Coconut.
Anything else you guys want to go over? We're like an hour and 20 minutes into this bad boy. I feel like
yeah.
Stoff's never going to get through this on his new Mac.
Troy Frost on Twitter wanted us to rip Jamie McLennan for his new Source ad, the way we rip Bob Weeks on Asante.
Those are amazing.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty quite
They
good.
are pretty spectacular. If you know Noodles,
Steph is glorious. She's great in it.
Shout out to Steph Appolito, a producer of The Lunch with Andy Petrillo, also Noodle's wife, obviously. She does a great cameo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, Jamie's pretty smooth in putting the moves on her in that one.
yeah, he just slides the arm around, doesn't he? Something like that.
Oh yeah.
Could teach a course in that.
I don't believe that's. I don't believe that's their house.
No?
No,
No, I believe that. I'm just guessing here, but Noodles has quite a compound in Ontario,
Yeah.
and
Hold on.
I don't know the rooms.
Hold on. I think you've said too much. He likes it on
That's
lockdown.
right. That's right. He's got bear spray in all the rooms.
Bears. Hey,
I've never
James,
met a man more.
why don't you just tell him where the secret room is then?
Oh yeah, what's it called again?
He for sure has
Panic
one of
room.
those. Panic room.
He's
He
got a
for
panic
sure
room
has
for
a panic room for sure.
Oh, you'd never get in there without the code, which is.
I have never met him. I don't know what Noodles has done in his past,
Yeah.
but there is no person I've ever met more scared of a home invasion than
Oh yeah.
Noodles.
He's expecting Liam Neeson to come in there.
Hey.
He makes his kids run through an hour escape plan and defense plan every single day. Guys, time for the drill.
Not
No, that's the
Metro.
poison dart
That's
room,
the
you
drill.
idiot.
Hey, listen, you never know. Better safe than sorry.
That's not a bad way to put it.
My family,
basically-
we're gonna fly by the seat of our pants. We'll figure it out on the fly.
Yeah, me too.
I'll just be tossing kids out windows.
I was going to say, if it ever happens, just give up one of the computers you never use.
Yes.
Oh, there's nothing valuable in my house. I don't collect art. I don't give
For all you know,
beautiful,
the UPS
beautiful
guys
jewelry.
been casing your joint for years.
The golf net downstairs?
Yeah.
The golf net and a copy of Beauties would be the most valuable things that people could
Oh,
get
Beauties.
at the Yield Estate.
Beauties.
I sent everybody a copy of Beauties, by the way, except Puffy, because I ran out of books.
I Thank you, by the way.
Hey,
mine is downstairs on my coffee table. I have been reading a little bit of it, but
I'm going to sign this one live on the air.
Mine's only a sleeve, though. There's a different book inside.
There we go.
It's the time I killed 2 Gretzky's.
It's Jimmy's old book.
Too fat, puffy.
If this shows up at my door,
good luck on getting under 250.
You better show up. You better be hiding in Noodle's house because I will find you.
Dream big, comma, your friend and hero, James Duffy.
Nice. Almost word for word what it says in mine.
Quick installment of What You Watching.
What you watching? Just between you and me, what you streaming on your TV? Let me see. What you watching? Action, drama, comedy. What you streaming on your TV?
Only because we haven't been together in 3 weeks. We've watched a lot, Brooksy and I. I'm going to run through. My top recommendation would be Top Boy, which is a show out of England that had 2 short seasons, 4 episodes each, probably 8, 9, 10 years ago, and then was revived by Drake and his people. And they did a 10-episode season, basically about drug dealers in London with heavy accents. You definitely need the closed captioning on, but I think it's actually on there for the first 2 episodes because they know that nobody can understand what the hell they're saying. In it, are you in it, fam? Fam, let's go, fam. Are you in it? Anyway,
to be honest, I understood all of that.
Sorry. You're right.
Does
anybody watch Top Boy?
No, never heard of it.
I heard it is good.
What provider is it on? You got to say the provider too.
Ooh, Netflix.
Netflix, I believe. Yeah. I always check Crave first, though. That's a good practice to have.
Crave is where you want to go, folks.
Mm-hmm.
For every time you subscribe to Crave, I get $60. It's just like a memo video.
Oh.
What else? The Undoing with Hugh Grant and Nicole Kidman, getting a lot of buzz out there. I liked it. It did keep me captivated for the whole 6 hours. But in the end, these novels that are mysteries that get made into miniseries, there's something that leaves me a little bit wanting at the end.
I don't like them.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I want to check that out. I haven't seen it yet.
Hugh Grant and Nicole Kidman are very good in it, as is Donald Sutherland. But I don't want to... A lot of people are raving about it, like Adnan Virk and Mini Adnan Virk, calling it the show of the year. I thought it was. I thought it was good, but it left me a little wanting at the end. That's all I'm going to say.
Fair enough. Speaking of Nicole Kidman, I mean that's an old series, but Big Little Lies, unbelievable.
I didn't like that.
You didn't like it? I thought it was awesome.
Never saw.
I thought it was very good.
Watching The Vow. This is what I really wanted to get to, which is, I believe, an HBO series about the Nexium cult. Are you aware of the Nexium cult?
I've heard of them.
No.
Guy was sentenced to like 150 years. I listened to a CBC podcast, very well done, on the Nexium cult. This is just an okay documentary. Frankly, it's way too long and stretched out. But it was basically a cult where it was like a business thing, kind of like an Amway, where they weren't really selling anything except self-improvement. So a lot of very normal people got into it. It wasn't your typical cult per se, but the guy running the show, who's this dweeby little, 5'7" guy, basically was sleeping with all the women in the cult. And then there was a secret sorority of the cult. This is the one that the actress from Smallville got into. Allison,
okay. It became the sex ring kind of thing, right?
Correct. So basically a bunch of these women all had to they all had to do this ceremony, and they got basically a brand near their vagina, and they got branded, like really branded, like.
Oh Jesus!
And the thing was, it was supposed to be like a mountain over a river. That's what they were told the brand was, or something.
Yeah.
But then they realized, like when they got in the shower and looked sideways in a mirror, that it was the dude's initials.
Oh wow, sneaky!
And anyway, so he's going to jail for 150 years. But I guess
branding people.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to the part. I think there's some probably tax violations and other stuff he was doing.
And he
haven't really
murdered
figured out.
thousands.
Yeah, probably. But would you guys get a Rubber Boots tattoo brand if I asked you to?
No. Next question.
Could I be like, if I'm put out unconscious?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I would. Yeah.
Just a small brand on your left buttock. And
Yeah.
it won't be my initials. It won't be JD. It will be
It will be James Duthie presents the Rubber Boots podcast.
yes. Be the
Brought to
entire
you by
logo.
Breedy's.
It would be, what would be our logo? It would be a cloaca.
Cloaca.
It would be a cloaca. It would be a tattoo artist version of a cloaca put into a brand. Yeah. Would you put one on your left butt cheek?
Yeah. I mean, I love
Thanks
you guys
for your support.
So.
Plus, with the size of your ass, you wouldn't even see it. It would be like
seriously.
Oh my God!
Anybody else watching anything that we should know about?
Saved by the Bell reboot.
Oh, is it good? Some people are raving about that show.
It's amazing. It's so good.
Don't you have to pay for that extra though?
No, it's on Global.
No, yeah.
Oh, because I saw it on Amazon and it asks you to pay for it more. So I said, screw that.
No.
Is Screech on there? Is Screech
No.
your
No.
your lookalike? Your doppelganger?
Seriously. Do you want to fight me?
Do you think Puffy could set up one of those like impersonating pages?
Oh, he could do Screech impersonation memos.
Get a call
Puffy.
from
Yeah,
Screech.
that's what I could. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I'll do that right now.
He's getting very angry.
Not happy right now.
All the people that ask for the memos will be like, yeah, not bad, but you're way too fat.
Myself to sleep tonight.
Puffy, just for the record, you don't look any. I've only seen you from the neck up. You don't.
I
look any
look
different.
fat.
You don't look any different than you do, except for the pimple.
You're beautiful, Puffy.
Lester, isn't it a pleasure though that you get to sit there and have me roast Puffy for an entire episode?
That's awesome. I love it.
Why do I only see? There.
Well, that's a perfect way to end.
No, it's not.
More Zoom issues.
It's not.
You know what? If I could speak to one thing about what I'm watching, I've seen it. There's a couple things on Crave. Speaking to Crave, number one is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air documentary. Very well done.
Oh, is that on?
The reunion show. That's very well done.
Reunion show is very, very good. And the second thing, I haven't seen it yet, is there's a Bee Gees documentary that just started streaming on Saturday, I believe. How Can You Mend a Broken Heart? I love the Bee Gees. That's a 2-hour documentary on them. I think it's the most comprehensive one done so far. So, I think that'd be a good watch. Oh, one more thing. Netflix, and I can't believe we haven't talked about this, Cobra Kai. Have you guys seen it?
Puffy brought it up a couple episodes ago.
Did you bring it
I
up?
want to watch with my kids. We're still haven't done it yet, though.
It's good.
Yeah.
I watched the
Very
first
well
two
done.
episodes. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
I'm
Brooksy
watching,
Brooksy was not buying it.
No, she wasn't there.
No.
She didn't share the love of Karate Kid that I have.
Mm-hmm. Actually, Go ahead.
Is Elizabeth Shue in it?
No.
Not that I'm aware of.
That
But
was a mistake not getting her back.
I will say this. I think that I wasn't a big fan of the original movies either. Like it was. I've seen them, but I think how they intersperse old clips from the movie, I think, is very, very well done. And it's a great story because it's entirely fan driven, and they finally got to the point where they got all the actors involved. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. But the Karate Kid's one of my favorite movies ever. So come on.
I think I watch The Crane Kick like once a month.
I think we should probably go, guys, because Stoff's going to be editing this for the rest of the week, and he has 19 other podcasts to edit, including Beauties. And are we doing Rubber Beauties? A lot of anger. A lot of people really missed Rubber Beauty stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we'll do like a mega recap episode after a couple of them, I think. Probably the best way to go.
Should we do it right now? It's should we say goodbye to Rubber Boots and do like a 10-minute Rubber Beauties with encompassing all the Rubber Beauties?
I'll be honest with you guys. I got to go.
It's a joke.
That is the best way to end it, I think.
See you next time, whenever
Bye,
that
guys.
is on the Rubber Boots podcast. We definitely don't hear him. Does he hear us? Text Puffy, could you text us or text WhatsApp?
Give us a thumbs up if you hear us.
No, we can't see him.
No, we can't. I can't see him.
Oh, you can see him?
Yeah.
I can't see him either.
I can't see him.
He's in bed. I think he's raising his hand. Is that a thing?
Yes.
Oh, I just lowered his hand. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, wait a minute.
More? Oh, meeting
Seriously,
settings?
stop. This should be the entire pod.
Show my video. It says show my video.
Hey, stop. Can you, let's edit that little 3-second black hole. It felt awkward.
Sure.
Hey, how are you? I got a question that I really want to ask you. Wait, don't hang up. I need to know, so I'm gonna try and push my luck. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, blue, black, or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? And do you like the dunk tank at the fair? I know it's a little strange, my obsession with your choice of footwear in the rain. I know that you're on TV, but I need you to put your boots up on the desk for me. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, blue, black, or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? And do you like the dunk tank at the fair? This is the part they call the bridge. A bridge has water under it. With rubber boots you can wade in the water. Just don't fall in. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, blue, black, or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? And do you like a dunk tank at the fair? Do you like the dunk tank at the fair? The dunk tank at the fair. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? No, seriously. Are you wearing your rubber boots? Don't hang up. Please. Somebody. Hey? Anyone?